guys. Could you just expand on that thought a little bit?
Well, we don't have the same teams in the past that we can pull away from folks, and we play better competition. Any win's a good win, and we need to understand that. So, especially close ones. So that's how I envision us having a lot of games that are like this. We've had only one game so far in our league where it really couldn't have gone either way, and that was the Texas Tech game. And so, well, Texas, maybe we controlled that one, but I anticipate all games being like this.
You get that 11-point lead. What do you want your team to do from that point on?
Well, we didn't play well after that at all. I think what did they go on 11-0 run to tie it?
Yeah.
And yeah, we were awful after that. Give them credit; they made some plays. Devontae got 3 early, so they drove him a couple of times, and then the point guard, and I don't want to mispronounce his name because I know it's not pronounced like it. Like I would like it's spelled, at least in my eyes. But, is it Jara? Jada. He's great. Yeah. And he was terrific, and he controlled the game the second half for them. But Dean had a fabulous game. He played great. But I thought Doak guarded him great in the few possessions because they were going to play to the pick and pop of him, and I thought Doak did a good job. So, you look at it. High rivalry game, a lot of intensity. Both teams were one shot away from shooting 50%. I think both teams shot 49. Rebounding's fairly even. Turnovers fairly even. Both teams made their free throws. I mean, it was a fairly well played game, and they played great. I'm not on their staff, but I'm sure they're very proud of the guys. They played great. And I was proud of our guys. I thought we competed, especially down the stretch.
What did you expect to see from them during that last 15 seconds?
I thought that they would. Last year they tried to run a similar deal where Wade slipped the ball screen, and he actually got a good look and missed it. We were fortunate. We were lucky last year, and then so we were playing to that. But they subbed, and so that put Doak on Wade, and so that's kind of not the best match you want when they're going to play to that. But fortunately they didn't. They didn't really play to the slip. They played to the ball screen, and we did a good job of ball screen defense.
Bill, surprised that they didn't give the ball to Wade at the end?
That's what he just asked. Yeah. I don't know that it was going to be a 2-man play, with Brown and with Wade, and so we were able to keep the ball in Barry's hands, but I don't know if I don't not here to say a surprise or whatever. I don't know what they were exactly trying to do except the high ball screen.
Bill, could you just talk about Malik's composure during the free throw situation, especially when Bruce calls timeout between the 2 shots?
Yeah, well, we did the same thing to Sneed. We said the same thing about him too. So I thought both guys, under pressure type situation, stepped up and did what they're supposed to do.
Were you surprised Brown took his time bringing the ball down the court on that last possession?
What was there, 15 left in the half? I don't know. I'm thinking the clock is in slow motion. So, I don't know. But it was one of those situations that was almost. You guys remember like the Missouri game here several years ago, where it kind of gets down to 3 and you got to get a shot, and it was kind of one of those. But I thought our ball screen defense at the end was pretty good though.
Your players always seem to play with a lot of composure at the end of close games, but since you're having more close games and anticipate more, do you work on end-of-game plays even more?
Not really.
No.
We're not an execution team. As far as it seems like everything that we do late game situation is based just on how they're defending us at that moment and trying to play to that how they're defending us. But I wouldn't say that we have spent more time on any of that than what we always do. We've been pretty fortunate in some of those, and of course some situations we haven't performed well at all. But the thing that we did good, I mean, we ran a little something to try to get Doak and Malik with the ball screen late, but that's not what made the play. What made the play was Devontae driving and pitching it behind to Malik, which forced a closeout where an angle where he could drive it. So the hardest thing to guard is the ball, and I think all teams that drive at late game situations are probably better off and have a better chance to execute.
On that last play by Malik, were you happy with the fact that there was 15 seconds left? Would you want them to go take her down? Was it just first good opportunity?
Oh, no. I won't play that way. I would say I won't. You know, the only time that I think I would play that way is if we were in such foul trouble or something that you know, overtime we couldn't finish the game. But no, I won't play that way. I want to go try to score and give us a chance, and if it doesn't work out, you still got a chance, because worst case scenario, you're shooting a 3 to tie the game. So that, yeah, I would go try to score earlier.
Hey, Vic looked comfortable on those 3 pointers he hit late after not really giving you much offense.
He didn't give us anything early, either end, but he hung in there, and then he made the 1 3, and then after that, he was as good a player as there was in the game. After that, and so we need him to be more consistent, but he did step up. To your point, Dan, if the game was tied, of course I would have waited. Yeah, but we were down. You know, we were down 1. Yeah.
How big of a lift were Speed's 3-pointers the last 37 seconds of the first half?
Well, they had totally controlled the game from about the 10-minute mark on. So I think we were up like, I could be wrong, guys, 23-15, something like that, and then they controlled the game to go up 6, and then those 2 shots were huge. I mean, the little play at the end of the half, that was huge. I mean, that gave us momentum going in at halftime, and then we played pretty well to start the second half. You know, up until they go on their run.
Coach, you said earlier, you know, expect this every game. Is it more important now to separate each game and focus on each game? Are you trying to get that across to your team, your players?
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. I know that we play West Virginia Monday, and I believe we play Baylor on Saturday, and I have no idea who we're playing after that. I mean, you know, it used to be in years past, you kind of study the schedule and say, okay, now we got these 2. These are our next 4. I've always kind of broken the league down kind of in 2-week segments, say these are our next 4, whatever. I haven't done that at all. It's just what's in front of us. So I guarantee our players have no idea who we play next Saturday, and it's not a knock to anybody, because they're not looking ahead at all. They're not at all.
Udoka avoided foul trouble today. How did that help him?
Oh, he's great. He was great. You know, he's good offensively. He rebounded the ball better, and of course he was a presence around the rim. So he's a different player when he can play. You know, Doak's. We can talk what we want to. Doak didn't foul. Doak's, the majority of his fouls come off of, you know, bumping a driver, you know, reaching, stuff like that. So I thought he played really smart defensively.
What are your thoughts on Silvio's introduction to this?
Well, it was more than what he bargained for. And I asked him if he was fine. He said, "Coach, I'm great." And I also asked him, "Were you ready for that?" And he said, "No." I mean, so that was a different element. And you know, we've only coached him for 2 weeks, but I don't think we've seen the left-handed hook pass from out of bounds back to Kissinger. But he's going to be fine. But guys, it's not fair to expect too much. But he's going to be fine. But it's going to take him another couple of weeks.
When you put Devontae back in, maybe 9 minutes with the 2 fouls, was that a conversation or just a decision by you?
No. Yeah, I think you can play Devontae and Speed better than anybody else with 2 fouls that early in the half. I really do.
How do you think he did playing with the 2? I mean, they obviously drove it at him.
I thought he was okay. I thought he was okay. He bailed out on play in transition, which he needed to. They gave him a basket. Devontae, that's a quiet 23. You know, he didn't have a great first half. Turned it over. I think he had 4 turnovers at halftime, something like that. But he was clutch down the stretch. But I trust him and Speed probably more than anybody to play with fouls.
Do you trust Udoka a lot more when he's out on the perimeter, defending action like he was there in the final seconds? Is he a lot better at that now?
When Doak's turned up, he's a great athlete. A great athlete. He can slide his feet and guard just about anybody when he's turned up. And he was turned up. So yeah. I'm not saying that's the ideal situation, but yeah, he was turned up.
When it comes to Cartier, and you've already praised him, how impressed are you considering this was his first career road start? I know maybe you guys haven't had a lot of film on him because he's become a
we got film on him, but yeah, he was great. You look at their whole team. Their whole team was great. They played great. he's good. And to think that, you know, and obviously Stokes is a really good guard too. They got three really good guards when everybody's healthy. But I think he's really good, and we got to see him. I guess 3 more years. So he's a good player.
Hey Bill, is West Virginia as tough a type of team to get ready for with a day?
Yeah. You know, I was wrong. I think there's one time that we have played them that was on a Saturday. Every other time is Big Monday, so it's a 30-minute practice tomorrow, but we did on Wednesday after the game against Iowa State. We didn't talk about K-State. We worked 30 minutes on just how to get it inbound, stuff like that. So hopefully tomorrow will be a little bit more productive. But yeah, they're a hard team to deal with regardless. And we haven't played well out there. You know, we've been in the games, but we haven't played very well out there. You know, when you stop and think about our depth situation and things like that, you know they're going to come after us. So we better be pretty prepared for that.
What was Dean Wade doing to kind of get going now?
Excuse me?
What was Dean Wade doing to kind of get going today on offense?
I thought he was. I don't know what he did. He posted our guards, and he was able to score without bouncing it. You know, face ups. So, and he made 2 threes. Makes all his free throws, but I think what he did as much as anything, he played to his talent. I think he's really a talented guy, and I thought he played to his talent from an athletic standpoint, and certainly looking for a shot.
Did you put extra emphasis on guarding Barry Brown after what he did against Oklahoma State?
No, not extra, but you know we felt all along that you know if you can guard, don't let Barry, don't let Dean, and don't let Snead have big nights. You know, you're forcing somebody else that hasn't consistently had big nights to beat you. And all 3 of those guys played well, and then you had the point guard play great. But I wouldn't say there was an emphasis, but I don't think we didn't do anything special.
You talked about not being able to exhale during this conference run. These last 2, and the clutch nature, the high pressure of these last 2, does that bode well going into West Virginia, or is that irrelevant?
I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
You know, you could say, oh yeah, that's great. And you could say, oh God, we're tired. You know, who knows? But I think with this group, I haven't really seen much correlation between practicing and playing, nor what happens in one game that actually would continue to believe. Lead you to believe what you would expect to happen next game, but it'll be a fun atmosphere. Our guys like those.
When Bruce was in here, you mentioned a couple calls that went against him. From your perspective, did you think it was favorable to you guys
today? You know what? I shouldn't comment because I haven't seen the tape. But I would bet over the course of a game, and more importantly over the course of the season, that they pretty much balance out. So I'm not going to comment on what another coach says, but if that's a reason for losing or losing a great game, that was a great college basketball game where 2 teams played their butts off, I don't buy into that at all.
With the way you guys are playing, having more guard play this year, does that make you more optimistic going into this game against West Virginia?
The way we were what?
The way you guys are playing with 4 guards and having more ball handlers on the court?
We really don't, you know, you would say yes, but we've had Frank and Devontae go up there that you could take Frank and he handles it better than all the other 4 guys combined, you know, almost. And we've had problems going up there with that. But you would think a formula would be multiple ball handlers. You would think that. So I got to watch a lot of tape. I haven't studied West Virginia at all like I need to. So I need to watch a lot of tape because, you know, with Carter and Miles out there, they create so much havoc. We got to, and then the way you look at it, okay, if they take Graham out, now you're really putting the ball in somebody else's hands that hasn't had the ball in his hands all year long too. So we got to come up with some stuff.
Bill, when did you tell Silvio that he was able to play?
We got the word. We had to have the guys be here at 9:30, so I'd say 9:30 a.m. Is when he got here. We probably found out about 9:15, 9:10, something like that, and he probably found out about 9:30.
Was it just a last second thing they had to dot some i's and cross some t's? I mean, you seem like you had a pretty good idea that it probably.
Well, to my understanding, the way it went down was big conference yesterday trying to do it, and then wanted to review some stuff that maybe one or two people hadn't had a chance to see everything yet, and then they reviewed that and reconvened this morning. I guess, I don't know how, by conference call or whatever, and then they let us know afterwards. We were confident that it was going to happen. The thing about it is, you know, it puts a kid in limbo. You know, getting a kid eligible to start the second semester is harder than what you think, because we don't take a break. You know, we take off the 25th, and then we're back at it the 26th. Not everybody does it that way. So in a 2-semester sport, when you just have a guy coming in, you know, you need him to be eligible immediately, and certainly that was not the case because of all the things that the NCAA asked us to do concerning Silvio. So our people did a great job. David Reed did a great job in getting that stuff to them as quickly as possible, everything they requested, and then they had to digest it, and this was the earliest they could make that decision. But it's not a killer for us, even though we'd like for him to be eligible every game. He wasn't ready to help us yet, so it wasn't a killer for us by any stretch. But it would have been pretty rough if he'd been held out more than 20%. You know, he's already been held out 20% of our regular season games of this semester. So it was nice to get him in uniform, and he'll pick up stuff quicker now because he knows.
All right, Coach,
when you're talking about the difficulty in figuring this team out from game to game, practice to practice, did the certainty over Silvio and Billy played any role in that?
Oh, plays a huge role. Yeah, it plays a huge role. Yeah, but we know we got Silvio now, so we'll play to that, and then I don't have any information on Billy at all, and I think it's probably ridiculous of me to keep asking every 4 hours, is there anything? They're going to let me know when something happens, and I promise you, when something happens, we'll let you know. But right now, they're not even related in any way, shape, or form, obviously, but we haven't been given, to my knowledge, anything that would give us a timetable right now at all.
All right, sir.
Okay,
Thanks,
guys,
Coach.
thank you.